engaging with students and having them, you know, that moment when they actually get it and they feel so proud of themselves. I love that moment, right? So I will be trying and my best and giving the best of what I can to the students, to the best of my ability to help them to understand. And, you know, when they move on, they can always look back and say that, you know, they start, you know, they can use the same concepts that we have in grade 8 to build on for CXC and K, because a lot of the times, you know, we know that it's these simple little things that get overlooked in grade 7 and 8 that tends to hinder them when they are in the higher grades. So I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Abdullah. And unfortunately, I forgot to start the recording before Mrs. York spoke. But
Okay.
just so that I'll have it on record, Mrs. York is our grade 7 teacher. She's very passionate about math, and she is excited to get started with everyone as well, Mrs. York. All right, so next we have Miss Parker, grade 9. Go ahead, Miss Parker. Is Miss Parker on? Yes, she is. Go ahead, Miss Parker.
Good afternoon again, everyone. I hope you're hearing me. It's really pouring hard outside.
Yes, hearing you.
Okay. All right, good afternoon. I am Miss Sparkle. I will be accommodating the students who are going to be here for grade 9. I share the same sentiment as Mrs. York and Miss Abdullah. I love math. I don't think I can ever get tired of it. That may sound weird to persons, but I don't think I can ever get tired of it. This is just me, something that I'm passionate about. I love the feeling of teaching students, especially when they understand. And sometimes I like when they don't understand, because then it challenges me to see how they are thinking and then structure the content in a way that they are understand to match their thinking. So it's really something that I enjoy doing. It helps me as a person to grow professionally and individually as well. And I cannot be amazed at how different minds are and how I can use math so that no matter how different someone thinks, they are still able to get that one thing about math. So that is me. I'm here to do something I'm really passionate about.
Thank you so much, Miss Parker. Thank you so much. And I agree, our teachers are passionate and they're experienced. So we have a good program ahead, and we are teaching them how to do it, the Mantox guide, or the former Mantox guide, those who are coming through Mantox guide to, you know, so develop the lessons, put them on the platform and do the worksheets and give the students as much practice as possible so that they can cover the topic. So we're delivering a similar experience, but it will be a little bit more hands-on with the high school. All right, so Extra Academy is our portal, extraacademy.com, and it will support your online extra lessons program and help students in the way that they can excel. We're going to be doing some modifications. We're going to have a new platform coming out soon, but right now it's similar to the one that you may have been familiar with. So you can log in and create your username and password. If you're new, you've registered already. I mentioned this before, but you've registered already, so you won't need to create a new username and password yet. We're just going to try and create it for you and send it to you, since you've already pre-registered. But those who are were not a part of the pre-registration, if you want to send it to a friend, for example, you can, and let them just go directly to the website and register there. Now, this is our schedule for live classes. We will have grade 7 classes on a Wednesday and a Thursday. The times are here, 4:30 to 5:30 and 5 to 6 on the respective days. So 1 hour each day, and it's both days included. It's not one or the other, it's both. And Mrs. York, as who you met earlier, will be teaching that class. On Wednesdays, Mrs. Abdullah will be teaching from 5 to 7, and on Saturdays, Miss Parker will be teaching from 10 to 12. So you'll get the 2 hours in of class time, And we'll do some of that being practice for the students, as well as we'll put up work in between classes for them to get the extra help in for math, right? And the cost is $11,500 for all 3 programs. It's the same cost. All right, so how do we access the portal? The portal is accessed through visiting our website, which is extraacademy.com. And then you click login, and then you'll have access to all the activities and work, and to access the live class as well. So you'll click in the portal and it will take you, which I'll show you in a second. It will take you directly to where the classes are accessed. Great, it's saved. So it's the same kind of process. You log in with your username and passcode, and then well, I have free access now, but you'll see all of the schedule, the 90s club, the avatars. You can do, you'll only see mathematics as a subject, and then once the work begins to be populated, it will come up in their portals here. All right, so that's how the portal looks, and you access it through our website, www.extraacademy.com. I can paste it in the chat if you want to take a quick look right now. Yes, there we go. It's in the chat. All right, so what will the students need for class? Similarly, it's an online class, so you will need internet connection, a tablet, computer, or laptop, and you'll also need a Google Chrome as a preferred browser, and it's math. So they will definitely need their notebooks to take a lot of notes, and they should come prepared to do work in class, either worksheets or write out their examples and show the teacher what we're working on. So it's, as I mentioned, it's a little bit more interactive for the high school one. What's optional and highly recommended is a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. So if you have a tablet, it's a little bit difficult to work out the math problems and type the answers in the tablet. So if you do have a tablet, we recommend you get a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. And we also recommend that you have a good internet connection and a quiet environment to work in. I know the internet connection is not always up to you, but as best as possible, if you can be in a place where you're not using your phone or anything like that, because it's better to have a stable connection so that you can hear the teacher and you can participate in class. Our rules for Zoom remain as being as polite as you can. When the teacher calls on you, answer the questions, and if you have a burning question, you can use the raise hand button. It's still a short space of time. We want it to be interactive, so we have to streamline that by using the raise hand button for the classes. If you have any questions, you can type it to me in the chat or use the raise hand button. I'm watching it right now. You can let me know if you have any questions throughout. But our Zoom rules remain the same. I don't unmute unless asked to. Don't write on the screen, and don't share your screen in the class. The teacher will do all of the screen sharing. So the keys to success in our online program: participate, do the work. The teachers will prepare the content and deliver it to you. The students are expected to do all of the work that we put on our portal. And parents, we ask that you check into the portal. We'll send you reports, but check into the portal every now and then and look at the students' performance. And if you have any questions or concerns, raise them with us and we can have those addressed. So parents, we're asking you again to ensure your students have a quiet environment, join class on time. They can use their raise hand feature to ask questions, or they can type it in the chat or unmute if they are allowed to unmute. And then you can have headphones if that will help to make the space a little bit more quiet. Have their notebooks and a bottle of water for the time period so that they don't have to get up too frequently. And they'll get breaks, of course, but we want them to, have that focus, have that time dedicated in front of their teachers. We want them to do all of the lessons that we've posted to the website and take notes when we post them so that they can cement the information and ask questions. If you're not sure about something, our teachers will be more than happy to go over it with you. Parents continue to just push in your children so that they do well. And when they do well, you can give them a reward of sorts to encourage them to continue doing the work on the website. Ensure that they do have an environment that's quiet and conducive to learning. And when we do give tests, ensure that they're doing their tests on their own without any help. And that will help us to understand how they are grasping the material. This is an example of the reports that we send out. We'll send out reports. So just asking that you review them so that you can have an idea of how the students are performing. All right, so that's what the reports look like. And then before I get to housekeeping, I'll ask if there are any questions on our Extra Academy program or portal. If you do have any questions, please let me know. I'm checking the chat. All right. Go ahead, Julianne. Or you can just unmute if you want to ask a question.
Yes, good evening.
Good
I
evening.
remember in the email it was mentioned about the possibility of a one-on-one session. Is that still an option?
So we can speak more with the teachers on that. You're not interested in the group class, just the one-on-one.
No, I am interested in the group session also, but
okay.
it was mentioned as an option. So I just want to know if that is still available.
I think we can speak with the teachers if they have the capacity to do one-on-one based on the grade that you're interested in. So we kind of wanted to gauge what most persons would be interested in, and most persons said the group class. So I'm not ruling it out, but if you and I mentioned that these classes would be a little bit more interactive. So it's possible, not ruling it out, but right now if we're doing the group classes to start off with. So we'd have to have a little bit more dialogue with the specific teacher for your grade. All right, any more questions? All right, okay. Great. All right. So I'm just going. Oh, Giovanni, go ahead, Giovanni.
Hi, good night. I am just checking what's the ratio for, like, in terms of the amount of students per grade.
Well, we're just starting off, so we don't have an idea of the numbers as yet. We're still registering students. So right now, I imagine it will be under 20 or even less than that. So it's brand new. So we are expecting a very small group. So it will be quite interactive right now.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, no problem. All right, housekeeping matters. This is our contact information. So if you want to get WhatsApp alerts, that number remains the same. However, our email is info@extraacademy.com, and that's where you'll receive communication from and get emails sent to. You can send your emails to with your confirmations and things like that. We ask that you check your email regularly and add us to your contact list so that you can get our WhatsApp messages. It's not a WhatsApp group. You'll get WhatsApp messages from us related specifically to your class. And the payment information, we accept payments online or in our office, and the online information would have been shared with you or will be shared with you by email. It's the same bank account information where we have an NCB account, and you can transfer the funds directly there, include the student's name in the transaction. And then when you've done that, you can WhatsApp or email us that confirmation so that we can confirm your payment and update your access. And you can pay directly to our bank, which is, well, we have a JN account, but primarily NCB is what we prefer. So you can deposit directly to the NCB bank account in the branch, or you can come visit our office, which is located at 14A Central Avenue, and we accept cash and card in the office. And if you have any additional questions or want to know a little bit more about the program, you can also reach out to us on WhatsApp or email us, and you can visit our website to learn more about what we're offering. All right, so we will be sending out the information for you to join the classes this week. This week we're kind of doing a free access week. So this is free, and then you can join the class this week, and so you can get a feel, and then we will move on next week to see how things are progressing with you guys. So we'll check on you, send you reports as usual, and we will communicate via WhatsApp and email. So if you aren't pre-registered, you can send a message to us or let us know, and we can get you registered, and we will give you an update shortly on when the login information will be available to join the class. The first class, I'll bring up at the schedule quickly. The first class is Wednesday, and that is grade 7 and grade 8, or it's grade 7 and grade 8. So we'll definitely share it with you by tomorrow, the latest, so that you can join that class. All right. And we'll get to know your students at that time and get started on our first math lessons. All right. Are there any other questions? Go back to the schedule. Feel free to unmute or. All right, so if there are no other questions, I will thank you everyone for joining. Thank you teachers for joining as well. And we look forward to having a successful year of math classes, and we will be in touch. So thanks everyone for joining.
Bye, Miss Jackson. Good afternoon, parents. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Have a good afternoon.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.